What makes a man truly unforgettable in the eyes of a woman? Is it his jawline, his confidence, or perhaps something deeper? The truth is, women are drawn to a combination of traits that go beyond mere appearances, qualities that stir their emotions, inspire admiration, and ignite an undeniable spark. These aren't just random characteristics, but the sexiest masculine traits women find ridiculously hot. From the subtle power of a protective nature to the quiet allure of emotional intelligence, certain masculine traits in a man have an almost magnetic effect. Why? Because these traits resonate with primal instincts and modern desires, bridging the gap between timeless charm and contemporary values. They signal strength, reliability, and depth, qualities that every woman secretly craves but may never openly admit. But here's the real kicker. These traits aren't just about winning hearts. They're about embodying the best version of yourself as a man, the kind of man who commands respect, exudes confidence, and lives with purpose. Curious to know what these game-changing traits are? Keep reading and discover how to unlock your most irresistible self. Number 1. You are not an easy person. The irresistible masculine trait. Women admire. Respect isn't just a quality, it's a presence. When you show respect, you naturally attract others, including women, without relying on flashy pickup lines, striking looks, wealth, or status. It's not the superficial gestures, but the profound energy of self-worth that commands attention. What does healthy respect look like in real-world situations? Let's delve into some fresh, practical, and thought-provoking scenarios that might challenge and reshape your perspective. Scenario 1. Ordering a drink. Imagine a stunning woman says, "I like that drink. Can you buy it for me?" The usual response from most men: a quick yes, hoping to impress or out of fear of rejection. But pause for a moment. Does immediately saying yes signal strength, or does it indicate submission? Instead, you could respond with lighthearted confidence. "Sure, if you tell me the most interesting thing about yourself in the next 60 seconds. Or, "That line always works for you, doesn't it?" These responses are playful but assertive. They shift the dynamic without being rude. You subtly imply that your attention is earned, not freely given. Women are drawn to this kind of emotional independence and self-respect, qualities that radiate strength and magnetism. Scenario 2. The expensive date demand. Ever been in a situation where a woman pushes for extravagant dates, testing your limits? Many men might agree, hoping to impress or keep the peace. But consider this. Is starting a relationship with sky-high expectations truly what you want? You should say no and suggest an alternative plan. A better response could be, "I like to keep things relaxed in the beginning. If the company's great, the setting doesn't matter." Or, "I prefer getting to know someone before rolling out the red carpet." These replies show respect and decisiveness. They set a tone where you're not desperate to prove your worth, but confident in your value. If she's unwilling to compromise, take it as a red flag, not a missed opportunity. Respect doesn't mean being passive, it means being clear about your boundaries. Scenario 3. Last-minute cancellations. You've planned a date, but hours before, she cancels with no valid reason. How do you handle it? Many men will immediately reschedule, signaling that their time is negotiable. But imagine responding this way: "No worries, but I need to check my schedule. This week's pretty packed." This response signals that you value your time without being rude. It communicates a boundary. You're flexible, but only to a point. Respecting your own time is a fundamental form of respect for others. Every time you enforce a boundary, you're communicating, "This is me. This is what I stand for." Women are attracted to the kind of confidence that comes from self-respect. It signals emotional safety and independence. Setting boundaries isn't about confrontation. It's about honoring yourself first. When you embrace this mindset, you invite respect into your life, not just from women, but from everyone you encounter. Ultimately, it's not about being difficult or rigid. It's about knowing your worth and never settling for less. When you respect yourself, you set a standard that others must meet to be in your life. That's not just attractive, it's magnetic. Number 2, leadership and decisiveness. The most irresistible masculine traits. Women find electrifying. There's something undeniably magnetic about a man who leads with confidence. Women are drawn to men who take charge and make decisions, not out of arrogance, but from a place of calm assurance. Decisiveness doesn't mean being forceful or domineering. It's about the ability to make a choice and commit to it, confidently. When a man controls the situation, women see a leader, a signal of authority and maturity. And let's be real, authority is an attractive thing in any realm, including romance. A man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it exudes a quiet strength that resonates on a deeper level. Imagine this. You're at a boat race festival, and you've already secured 2 tickets. She hesitates, thinking, "But I don't want you to waste your money." And your reply? A simple, confident, "It's already done. I decided, and I want the best for you tonight." That smile she gives you, priceless. It's not just about the ticket, it's about your decisive attitude, your leadership in the moment. It's not about pushing your way through, but rather owning the moment and standing by your decisions. Women respect men who take responsibility for their actions and beliefs. They gravitate toward those who don't second-guess themselves or falter when faced with uncertainty. And in a world that often leaves us swimming in ambiguity, there's something profoundly attractive about a man who stands firm in his decisions. Leadership is also a reflection of maturity. Women are captivated by men who don't just talk big, they deliver. They make plans for the future and pursue their goals with unyielding focus. This kind of commitment to a vision is magnetic. It's what draws people in and holds them there, like Velcro, irresistible and unshakable. Women want to follow someone who leads with integrity, someone who knows where they're going and doesn't hesitate to take the wheel. Decisiveness isn't about being perfect or always right. It's about showing up, owning your choices, and leading with confidence. And when you do that, you don't just attract admiration, you inspire it. Number 3, how humble are you? Beyond expectation comes fascination. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. C.S. Lewis. Among the myriad traits women find appealing, humility often reigns supreme. It's not about downplaying your strengths or achievements, but carrying them with grace and subtlety. Paired with confidence, honesty, and kindness, humility can elevate a man's charm to an entirely different level. It exudes emotional intelligence, shows self-awareness, and signals the ability to connect deeply, qualities that are undeniably magnetic to women. But why does humility matter so much? Imagine this. A woman feels safe and respected around a man who doesn't need to shout his virtues from the rooftops. Such a man doesn't just impress with words, his actions speak volumes. His humility fosters a sense of security and trust, setting the stage for long-term partnership. The art of subtlety versus boasting. Let's explore this idea through 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, the bragger. Imagine a man skilled in cooking who boldly proclaims, "I'm an amazing chef." He invites everyone over for dinner and announces he'll be dazzling them with his culinary prowess. Even if the meal turns out well, the initial bragging diminishes the impact. Compliments feel obligatory rather than genuine, and the experience lacks surprise or delight. Scenario 2, the humble maestro. Now, picture the same man humbly saying, "I can cook a little, but don't expect anything fancy." He prepares the meal, and when serving, adds casually, "Please sympathize. My family is missing some spices, so the dish may not be perfect." The room's expectations are low, but then the food exceeds everyone's wildest hopes. People are genuinely impressed, offering heartfelt praise. The man's humility amplifies the experience, turning his talent into a delightful discovery rather than a pre-packaged boast. Practical takeaway: how to embody humble confidence. Let actions speak louder than words. Instead of talking about your skills, demonstrate them subtly and let others notice. Admit imperfections. Nobody is perfect, and acknowledging this makes you relatable. It also sets realistic expectations, creating room for delightful surprises. Balance confidence and humility. Be proud of your accomplishments, but avoid sounding arrogant. Self-assurance doesn't require constant validation. Closing thought. Humility isn't about being invisible. It's about letting others see your light without you shining it in their eyes. So how humble are you? The next time you're tempted to boast, pause and ask yourself, what impact will my words have? As the saying goes, true confidence has no room for arrogance. Number 4, the discipline of strength. Building the man who inspires. Think about it. What does a strong physique say without uttering a single word? Strength has always been a primal signal of vitality, resilience, and capability. It's woven into our evolutionary DNA. Women often find physical strength attractive because it symbolizes discipline, health, mental strength, vitality, and the ability to protect and care for others. It's not vanity. It's nature's shorthand for reliability and purpose. But let's be clear, building strength isn't just about gym reps. It's a quiet declaration of commitment, an ongoing battle against inertia, and a triumph over fleeting comfort. Picture a man rising before dawn to train, not to impress but to sharpen himself. That discipline radiates far beyond physicality. It speaks of a character molded by grit and persistence. What does strength really mean? Strength isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, even spiritual. Life doesn't play fair. It throws curveballs, failures, heartbreaks, unforeseen challenges. True strength is about how you respond when your world is shaken. Can you keep your composure? Can you rise when the odds feel stacked against you? Think about icons like Steve Jobs, who once remarked, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance." Jobs faced public humiliation and setbacks, but turned his failures into fuel for innovation. Or Elon Musk, who stood at the brink of bankruptcy during Tesla's early days and still pressed forward with unshakable resolve. Now ask yourself, when adversity strikes, will you crumble or will you rise? Can you be the unshakable anchor for those who rely on you? Strength is a lifestyle, not a destination. Real strength, whether physical or mental, demands consistency. It's in the small daily actions, showing up even when you don't feel like it, pushing through discomfort, and committing to growth. This kind of dedication shapes not just your body, but your very essence. Over time, it bleeds into your relationships, your career, and your ability to navigate life's storms. Start small. Stay steady. You don't need to move mountains on day one. Take a single step today. Commit to 30 minutes of exercise. Start reading a book that challenges your thinking, or even take cold showers to build resilience. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Strength isn't about dominance. It's about presence. The world needs more men who can inspire, protect, and lead with quiet confidence. Number 5, establish a clear rhythm of communication needs. Picture this. You've just invited a woman out, and she responds with, "Let's get to know each other more before meeting in person." Sound familiar? In the world of modern dating, especially on social media, this is a common scenario. But here's the real question. How do you respond without losing your sense of self? Social media has created a battleground for attention. Notifications ping endlessly, vying for her focus, and your message can easily get drowned in the noise. Many men instinctively play along, agreeing to endless text conversations, afraid to upset her or miss a chance to connect. They orbit her, trying to please her every whim. But hold on, is that the man you want to be? Set boundaries, without losing respect. Here's a revolutionary thought. Respect your needs as much as you respect hers. Attraction is built on mutual effort, not one-sided appeasement. Instead of falling into the trap of endless messaging, you might say something like, "I don't think you can truly get to know someone through texts alone. Meeting face-to-face is the best way to feel a genuine connection." This isn't aggressive or demanding. It's clear, respectful, and confident. It gives her the freedom to choose while affirming your values. After all, connection is a two-way street. If she remains hesitant, don't give up just yet. Offer a middle ground. "I think this conversation would feel more meaningful over a quick call. How about a phone chat to learn more about each other?" This shifts the dynamic from impersonal texting to a more authentic interaction, laying the groundwork for something real. Why your standards matter. Here's the thing. If meeting in person feels essential to you, own that. Let her set the time and place. It shows respect, but don't compromise on what matters. A confident man knows his worth. He doesn't demand attention, he commands it. As Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." The same goes for relationships. Don't spend weeks chasing someone who isn't ready to meet you halfway. Respect her pace, but never at the expense of your own. Flip the script. Create balance. Imagine she says, "I'm not ready to meet yet." Instead of retreating or over-pursuing, respond with understanding and balance. That's totally fair. How about we plan a quick video call instead? If we feel good about it, we can decide on the next step. This approach shows flexibility while maintaining forward momentum. It signals that you're serious about building a connection, but not desperate. Your time, your value. Here's the real takeaway. Relationships are about mutual respect and investment. If someone isn't willing to meet you halfway, perhaps they're not the right fit. Wouldn't you rather find that out now than weeks or months later? Confidence isn't about always getting a yes. It's about knowing when to say no to what doesn't align with your values. By setting the tone early, you ensure that every connection you pursue is built on a foundation of respect, curiosity, and shared effort. So, what do you think? Are you ready to take control of how you connect with others and stand tall in your self-worth? The choice is yours. Make it count. Number 6. Reaffirming your value. When she cancels plans at the last minute. Imagine this. You've been looking forward to a date all week, and then, just hours before, it gets canceled. She gives you a reason, perhaps a valid one, but it still stings. How should you react? Should you brush it off, confront her, or simply move on? Let's break this down. Respect yourself. First, picture this. She cancels last minute because she forgot about another commitment. Your initial reaction might be disappointment, but Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our response. Instead of getting angry or internalizing the rejection, approach it calmly but assertively. You could say something like, "I understand things happen, but I value respect and clear communication. Let's aim to keep our commitments in the future." This response achieves two things. It sets your boundaries. You don't let her behavior slide, but you handle the issue maturely. It shows self-respect. You're not begging for her attention, nor are you retaliating. As Marcus Aurelius once said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By controlling your response, you display emotional maturity, something anyone worthy of your time will appreciate. If someone truly values you, they'll adjust their behavior. If not, well, you've learned an important lesson early on. For example, let's say she apologizes, but doesn't suggest rescheduling or offer a solution. That's a red flag. Relationships are two-way streets. Effort should never come from just one side. Flip the script. Now ask yourself, what do her actions reveal about her priorities? If she values your time, she'll make amends. If not, it might be time to reevaluate. A woman who truly cares about you wouldn't risk losing your trust over easily avoidable mistakes. If she cancels but immediately suggests a new time to meet, that shows she's invested in maintaining the connection. She might say, "I'm so sorry about the mix-up. How about tomorrow? I don't want to miss the chance to see you." Compare that to vague excuses or silence. The latter, not worth your emotional investment. The bigger picture. Sometimes last-minute cancellations are unavoidable. Life happens. But repeated failures? That's a pattern. Address it, but don't chase someone who doesn't respect your time. Remember, your time is your most valuable resource. This includes situations where your value isn't acknowledged. When faced with someone canceling plans, ask yourself, is this a one-time issue or a recurring pattern? Is their apology sincere? Are they willing to make things right? If the answers don't meet your standards, you have every right to walk away. Upholding your self-worth often means making tough decisions, but those decisions clear the path for more meaningful connections. By reaffirming your value, you attract those who respect you. And isn't that what we all deserve? Number 7, clarity, the most irresistible aspect of masculinity. Women can't resist. A man speaks his truth without hesitation, even if it means revealing his flaws. He values love and loyalty so deeply that he refuses to settle for anything less than mutual respect. He won't tolerate dishonesty, emotional games, or someone keeping a backup plan while pretending to commit. This isn't about arrogance. It's about clarity, a quality that women find undeniably magnetic. When it comes to relationships, clarity isn't just attractive, it's transformative. If you sense she's avoiding transparency or hiding actions your intuition tells you aren't right, it's time to address it. Don't carry silent doubts like a weight on your chest. If she's only with you as a placeholder or keeps in frequent contact with an ex, what does it mean? Is she still emotionally attached, or is it just a harmless friendship? These unanswered questions can erode trust. Here's the game changer: honest emotional clarity. Women are drawn to men who can navigate these murky waters with composure, emotional intelligence, and boldness. As uncomfortable as it may feel, a direct but respectful conversation can clear the fog. Instead of accusations, approach her with openness. For instance, you might say, "I've noticed you're still in touch with your ex. Could we talk about what that connection means to you? I want to understand where you're coming from." This isn't about control. It's about creating a safe space for both of you to express vulnerability. Your aim isn't to make demands or ultimatums. It's to communicate authentically and foster mutual understanding. Confidence shines brightest in how you handle uncomfortable truths. By addressing a delicate issue with calmness and sincerity, you show you're unafraid of complexity. This isn't about forcing her to sever ties. It's about setting boundaries that align with your values. For example, if she insists the relationship with her ex is purely platonic, you might gently ask, "How would you feel if I had a close friendship with someone I once dated?" This question encourages empathy and helps you both reflect on the situation from a shared perspective. But here's the key. If she remains firm that her ex is an integral part of her life, it's not your role to force change. True masculinity shines in moments like this, accepting her truth, even if it doesn't align with yours. Walking away from a situation that clashes with your principles isn't weakness, it's profound self-respect. As Steve Maraboli wisely said, don't let someone else's behavior destroy your inner peace. Staying true to yourself, even in the face of disappointment, radiates a quiet confidence and calm that is undeniably attractive. Masculinity isn't about dominance or control, it's about standing firm in your identity while honoring the individuality of others. When you embody this clarity and emotional steadiness, you become a beacon of strength and assurance. Number 8. Don't be the clingy guy. Embrace emotional independence and respect for personal space. Have you ever considered that the strongest relationships thrive on balance? Think about it. Independence and emotional stability aren't just attractive, they're essential for building respect and connection. Yet too often, men slip into the trap of becoming overly available, constantly seeking validation. That path? It leads to dependency, resentment, and, eventually, collapse. Imagine this. Your girlfriend adores you so much that she wants to spend every single moment by your side. It's flattering at first, right? But then you start missing time with friends, hobbies, and moments to just be alone. The weight of it builds. You hesitate to bring it up. What if it upsets her? You don't want to hurt her feelings. So you stay silent. Days turn into weeks, and that silence becomes a simmering resentment. Until one day, it boils over, leading to an argument you never wanted, or worse, the crumbling of something beautiful. Set boundaries, not out of selfishness, but out of respect, for yourself and for her. Explain calmly. I love spending time with you, but I also value moments to recharge or hang out with my friends. It helps me show up as my best self when we're together. At first, she might feel uneasy. That's natural. But if she truly cares for you, she'll understand, and she'll respect you more for standing firm in your truth. Here's the twist. Women admire men who know what they want and communicate it with confidence. It's not about control, it's about demonstrating that you have a life worth sharing, not abandoning. This isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. If she can't accept your boundaries, then she's probably not the right fit for you. And guess what? That's okay. Why waste your time on someone who doesn't align with your values? Setting boundaries isn't about losing, it's about winning. You either deepen respect and connection or clear the way for something better. So ask yourself, are you leading your life with strength and independence, or are you shrinking to fit someone else's expectations? A relationship should add to your life, not consume it. Be the man who respects himself. Be the man who inspires respect in others. When you do, you'll find not only better relationships, but also a better version of yourself. Remember, the sexiest masculine traits women find ridiculously hot aren't about chasing perfection. They're about authenticity, strength of character, and self-awareness. Whether it's your unwavering confidence, emotional intelligence, or sense of purpose, these masculine traits in a man are what truly leave a lasting impression. Embrace who you are and keep refining yourself, because the journey to being your best self is the most attractive quality of all. If you found this video inspiring, show your support by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Goddess for more empowering content, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another amazing video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.